Greetings, YouTube, and prepare for another unboxing video. I know, 2 in 2 days. I'm excited too, because when I was looking around at my local Barnes & Noble, in addition to the Fat Pack I unboxed yesterday, I also noticed they had Munchkin Harry Potter. This is a new Munchkin game. This is officially licensed by Steve Jackson Games by USAopoly. So it has art from the movie. I haven't actually opened this yet, so I don't know what the card. I don't know if it's art like from the books or if it's just pictures from the movies or whatever. I think it's just like film pictures from the movies or whatever, like stuff on the back of the box here. Looks like there's some art from the books and stuff too. I don't know. We'll get into that. And like my normal unboxing stuff, because I'm not going to show you every single card because that would be ungodly boring. I usually unbox, show you all the components, and then I'll turn it off. I'll go through all the cards, and then I'll turn it back on, show you some of my favorites, and then give you my thoughts, as per usual. Now, you might have noticed when I unboxed the Fat Pack yesterday, there was some glare, and in some of my other unboxing and deck breakdown videos, there was some glare, so I kind of fixed that. I now have a light diffusing umbrella in my kitchen, so hopefully that will help with the lighting issue a little bit in these unboxing and deck breakdown videos. So you're welcome. I have an umbrella actually in a vase with the held up by the glass beads that we have used in a couple of the episodes to vote out, well, usually Corey, to kill in the crevasse of the Chthonians. So I had a mild bit of inspiration on that one. So why don't I get to unboxing this? It actually has an outside sleevey thing. Off the sleevey thing. I don't want to ruin the sleevey thing. There's that. Over there. And it has all the 4 houses there. When I went to my friendly local game store the other day as well, they had some of the bookmarks for the various houses for the Munchkin Harry Potter. I did not get a Hufflepuff bookmark, so I need to track one of those down. If you find one at your friendly local game store and you send it to me, I will send you one of my bookmark that I made for Steve Jackson years ago, and you can actually find the story of that. It's actually an interesting story. It's not just, hey, I entered a contest and I won. There's actually an interesting story involved. You can find that in the Misadventures of Brandon on this channel, so I suggest you go watch that, because it's a fun little watch. It's only a few minutes long. But, yeah, if you send me one of those bookmarks, I will send you one of mine. I'll even sign it if you want. That's a little bit of an ego boost for me. So, we got the regular box here, and then got the back of the box, and then, see, I'm taking off the plastic. Oh, for you people that like the ASMR of taking off plastic, yes. And we have components here. We have the instructions, and I'll look through those to see if there's any new and crazy rules in there that change up anything. Every once in a while there's a new rule that changes up the game. You know, not often, but you know, Munchkin Zombies changed the game when one little line of rule made it so that undead monsters had a stacking rule now. They didn't have a stacking rule before Munchkin Zombies came out, so you never know when something like that is going to come up. Looks like these are the standees for the game board purposes. with the 4 houses, with the really cool art here, and then we got the actual house crests there, and then the less stylized, like from the movies. So those are cool, front, back. So I'll pop those out later on. And then it also has game board, because this is the deluxe version, so this is the level counting version here, which is reminiscent of the map that you have to solemnly swear that you're up to no good. We're having some sort of... There we go. Focus! Focus, little camera. There we go. But it starts at 1 here. And you put the doors and the treasures here. Let's put that away. And then we have, ooh, more character cards. Yay! As you'll notice, the all of the USAopoly Munchkin games have had character cards, like Adventure Time, X-Men, Marvel, and well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has them, but they're IDW, and is that all? But yeah, character cards were introduced, I believe, with Adventure Time, and you get one of those and they stay with your character here and they have their own powers. Oh, Rick and Morty also has them. Haha. And like Gryffindor here, just because I haven't opened yet, I'll read that. When in combat with a monster of level 10 or higher, draw an extra face-down treasure card after defeating the monster. And Ravenclaw would be on the other side. 1 shots with a combat bonus are worth an extra +1. So that's pretty standard with some of the other character cards that we've seen. I think Jake has this power, and I don't know who else. I don't know if one of the other character cards has this power yet, but I'll open that in a minute. And then we have the decks here with all the doors and treasures in them. These are the little plastic things that the standees go on for level counting purposes. And we have a die. And now the dice that come with the USAopoly and the non-Steve Jackson centric games, the licensed games, don't have the Munchkin head on for the 1. This one actually has a little HP on there. Focus. 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 There it is. You can see a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. It's got an HP on there, so that's cool. So that's another one that we put in the bag that that we randomly draw out of that cannot roll a Munchkin head. Hi, Yukon. One of the kitties jumped up here, so if the camera shakes, it's all her fault. And then that's all that's in the box. So now I'll put this all away. And then, like I said, I will go through the cards, and then I will come back and tell you any crazy ones or my favorite ones, and we will then we will discuss. So I will see you in, well, for you it'll be like 5 seconds. For me it'll probably be a little while. So okay, I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Now it's going to seem like there's a bajillion cards here, but I just wanted to, I assure you I'm not going to go through all of them. I just wanted to make note of a couple of them. And furthermore, I said earlier in the video that it's that I had unboxing videos 2 days in a row. The first part of this I filmed like 5 days ago, and then life happened. So the second part of this is much farther away than anticipated, because like immediately after I did the first part, I was going through the cards, and then I got a phone call, and then life happened, and then I had to do other stuff, and then I had to do my entire work week, and I was too tired to do the rest of the video for my work week, and now I'm getting back to it, so my apologies. And if I repeat anything that I said in the first part of my video, I'm sorry. I won't have time to edit it out either, so I'm just going to try to get this published up as soon as possible, just so you can enjoy it, and then I can put up the episode, because I was actually able to film an episode the next day of the inaugural game of us playing this, Corey and I, and so I have an episode in the can ready to publish, but I didn't want to publish it without getting this unboxing video up first. So that's all for you guys, and I apologize for that. So if there's like a difference in how the video looks a little bit, or if it looks like I'm on the opposite side of the table, it might be a little jarring. So my apologies for that as well. But I still wanted to explain some of my favorite cards, some of my thoughts on it, and what the various stacking rules are. And my cat is trying to get on the table. Sam, you have to get down, buddy. Go on. Go on. You have to get down. Go on. If you see the camera shake, it's because Sam's getting on the table. There we go. Longtime viewers will know who Sam is. He's the fat one. So, in this one, you might notice that there are character cards. They are of the 4 Hogwarts houses. I think I said that at the beginning. And but I'll go ahead and read the 4 powers. They work like the character cards in the other games, which I listed at the beginning. And it is, for Gryffindor, it is, when in combat with a monster of level 10 or higher, draw an extra face-down treasure card after defeating the monster. Pretty self-explanatory. For Ravenclaw, one-shots with a bonus, with a combat bonus, are worth an extra +1. We've had that in some of the other sets. For Slytherin, you may discard a monster from your hand for a +2 to either side, which is nice if you don't want to wander in Crabbe and Goyle, which are level 1. Then you can discard them for a +2. And then for, oh, sorry, I did that. Hufflepuff is the other one. You may have an additional ally, and each ally you have is worth an extra +1. So that's kind of the royalty power from Adventure Time and Oz, I think. Now, you might notice that there are 4 Hogwarts houses, but there are 6 of these cards. That's because there are alternate arts for all of the house crests. So I've got the 4 main ones here, and then 2 of the alts for, I have the alternate Gryffindor and the alt Slytherin, and then I'll show you the alts on the other ones. There's the other alt Slytherin with just the snake. I have the other alt Gryffindor with the shield, which matches that Slytherin. We have the alt Ravenclaw with the bird and the R. We have the other alt Ravenclaw with the shield. We have the alt Hufflepuff with the shield. And we have the other alt Hufflepuff with the badger and the H. So we have all of the alt arts that match the standees that you get for the game board. So you get a standee for, like, the shield Slytherin. You would get the shield Slytherin standee, or the shield Gryffindor standee, or the Ravenclaw bird statue, bird R standee, blah, or the Gryffindor lion standee. It's the right way. Or like the Gryffindor crest standee, or the Ravenclaw shield standee. You know, you get the idea. And then all the other ones are also on here. So whichever one that you draw and get randomly handed to you at the beginning, then you get the proper standee for it, and that's what you use to track your level on the board. So I will put those away. And then I'll quickly go through the treasures here. I'm not going to go through all these treasures. I just wanted to say something about them. These are all allies. Every single one of them. There are 17 allies in this deck. And that's a phenomenal number for a base game. I have never seen that number of them. So, like, you know, it's all your favorites, obviously. There's Dobby. There's Ginny Weasley, Luna, Sirius Black, Dumbledore, Mad-Eye Moody, Cedric Diggory, which, if you fail to run away, you may discard this card to ignore the bad stuff. So, he could die for you. Too soon? Weasley, Hermione, Neville, Pomona Sprout, Phileas Flitwick, Hagrid, Severus Snape. If you watch the riff tracks of the Harry Potter movies, they're just pure gold, each and every one of them, and they were recorded before Alan Rickman passed away, and we miss him. We miss you, Hans Gruber, Severus Snape. And like every time he's on screen, they're like, "Oh God, these movies would be like 20% shorter if he would just hurry up." And like at one point, he says they say something to Snape, and in the riff track they just go long drawn out response. And it just cracks me up every single time. And I just say that every time somebody pauses to respond to something. It just plays in my head. So, you know. McGonagall, Remus Lupin, and Harry Potter himself. Which, no, you don't automatically win if Harry Potter's your ally. But, so there's a lot of allies in here. And which means it's actually helpful to be a Hufflepuff because you can have an extra ally, and then you get Luna, and she might be only a +1 ally, but you can have an extra ally with her. And then the only other treasure that I really wanted to show off is this go up a level card, the Hogwarts Express. Seems pretty normal, right? However, if you get the text on there, it shows up. Come on, come on, come on. It's being mean. Okay, it's being mean. But if the date is September 1st, go up 2 levels, and you may gain the winning level this way. This is like a very, very special card, because go up a level card's normally going to be used to gain the winning level. You know that. You play Munchkin if you're watching this. So that is fantastical. Like, oh, I'm level 8. Oh, right, it's September 1st. Boom, I win. So, the 2 stacking rules in this, I will go through them just very quickly, is the dragon rule, which they will have this little symbol of a dragon right up here. I guess I'll show it to the camera. There you go. Dragon. Right up there. The dragon. But there are 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons. It's not bad. Kind of the standard number of stacking monsters with the stacking rule. There's a lot of bats and bites. So maybe along the lines of the number of goth monsters in Cthulhu. I don't know, I haven't counted them recently. But like in the base game of Cthulhu, I know there's more in the expansions. But the ones that I really want to go through is the other stacking rule, which is Death Eaters. You see them there. They have that Death Eater symbol. And there's one there, and like 2, 3. That's Lord Voldemort there, which is just a terrible monster to get. Obviously, he's the level 20. Duh. And when he enters combat, roll a die. Each player in combat loses half that many equipped items rounded up. Will not pursue anyone of level 5 or below. And the bad stuff is, Avada Kedavra, you are dead, and you lose a level. Holy crap sickles. So, since he's a Death Eater, you can add him in without a Wandering Monster card. So, like, oh, I'm facing Crab for the game. Like, you got Crab and Goyle. So, like, Goyle, like, I'm going to face Goyle. Yeah, I'm going to try to win the game. I'm level 9. Boo, yeah. And I'm going to easily defeat him. Oh, wait, no. No. Lord Voldemort is coming in. He's going to ruin your day. And you have to lose a bunch of items, too. All that crazy Nimbus 2000 Quidditch stuff you got. Yeah, just flush that down the toilet. And we got a Death Eater here. He's not good either. +2 for each other Death Eater who joins in this combat. So if you add him in, then he gets a +2 for each other Death Eater. I mean, these are just some bad mamma jammas here. So we got Crab and Goyle, and an extra +3 while in the combat with Goyle. I mean, they have that reciprocated. So he's level 1, and Goyle's level 1. But if you put them together, instead of 2, they're both +3, so that's 2 + 6 is 8 when they're together. So, you know, that can turn from super easy to very difficult real quick. And then we have Tom Riddle, who is Voldemort. We have Malfoy, Barty Crouch Jr. Oh, David Tennant, we love you so much. Fenrir Greyback, and Peter Pettigrew. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Death Eaters in this deck. Holy mother of pearl. That becomes very dangerous when you're fighting any Death Eaters in this game. And I guess that's kind of the point. So, you know, well done. And then the rolls in here, the to left of the death line, which is what I call it, are rolls, which is the Quidditch Captain, the Head Boy or Head Girl, the Inquisitorial Squad, and the Prefect, which are upside down for you people. Sorry, forgot I was doing that backwards. There we are. And for the Quidditch Captain, you get a +2 bonus when in combat with monsters of level 10 or higher. That's not bad. And then each time you are the helper in a combat, draw an additional face-down treasure card after the monster is defeated. Pretty straightforward. Not bad. And then Head Boy, Head Girl, you may have an additional ally. So if you're a Hufflepuff and Head Boy, then that becomes very powerful. So especially with all the allies in there, we went through this. And then once per combat, you may give an item to another player to get a +3 to the player's side, which can be fun in a mixed game when you have a bunch of items that you can't use and neither can they. They're like, oh, you can have my cosmic string. I don't need it. And then Inquisitorial Squad, this is my personal favorite. I like this one a lot. Each time you gain a level, roll a die. On a 5 or 6, get a face-down treasure. And you get a +2 bonus in combat if you have 2 or fewer cards in your hand. that one's kind of seems like a afterthought, but I really like the roll a 5 or 6 and you get a treasure when you gain a level. And then Prefect is you may have 2 extra ranks of proficiencies. We'll get to those. And you may discard 5 ranks worth of proficiencies to go up a level. This cannot be the winning level. So Prefect is works with proficiencies, and but the Inquisitorial Squad is my favorite. And then the this game's version of the Super Munchkin is dual roll. I just wanted to show you that one off. So we have those. And then the other left side of the death line is proficiencies, which these work like powers in Super Marvel Bites, X-Men, X-Cop, X-Cop, no. So I'm going to say right now that when we're playing, I don't know if it's canon yet, I will ask on the forums, but I'm going to say that proficiencies, katas in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and powers take up the same slots. So if you're level 5, you can only have 5 ranks of a combination of proficiencies, powers, and katas in a mixed game, obviously. So we have, I just wanted to show off all of the proficiencies here and a couple of my favorites. Legilimency, discard 1 card from your hand at any time to see all cards in an opponent's hand. It's basically the psychic power. Muggle Studies is just a rank 1+1 proficiency. Pretty straightforward. Charms, variable bonus, rank 3, +3 for every empty hand. So this goes along with Iron Hand Kung Fu and Claws and all those other things that give you a plus blank for each empty hand. And then you get like the prehensile pigtails and the army helmet and the army boots and the loud hairy alien and the coat of arms and the 2-handed sword. And you get all that stuff. You get like 8 or 9 hands. You get all these. You have like +12 per empty hand, and you got yourself a heck of a bonus with no weapons in them. We talk about that a lot. And defense against the dark arts. You are now immune to both curses and bad stuff if they cause you to lose levels. Blah. Occlumency. Some of these are hard to pronounce. You are immune to curses played by other players. If you reveal a curse by unlocking the door, discard this proficiency. That is powerful but fickle. You get that with these Spectre Specs, which allow you to draw 2 doors and then pick one and bottom deck the other one. And that becomes much, much more powerful. Magical Runes. You get an extra +2 when you are in combat alone. It's a +1 rank 2 bonus, rank 2 proficiency. Rank 2 +2. Care of magical creatures. You may discard a monster from your hand for an extra +2 to either side. Basically the Slytherin power. Rank 1 +1, Divination. I like this one a lot. Each time you reveal a curse when unlocking a door, you may roll the die. On a 4+, cancel the curse. On a 6, you may put the curse in your hand. Astronomy. Worth an extra +2 if it's dark outside. Rank 3 +2, Transfiguration. You may discard up to 3 cards in combat for a +1 each. That is the warrior power. Rank 2 +2, Quidditch. Quidditch items, brooms, golden snitch, etc. that you have equipped are worth an extra +1. Arithmancy. It's a rank 2 plus 2 bonus. Straightforward. Herbology, or Herbology if you're English, because there's a fucking H in it. Big up to Eddie Izzard. Rank 1 plus 2. An extra plus 2 if there are living plants in the room. My bag of quickly decomposing potatoes does not count. And proficiency rank 3 plus 4. Potions! Which is pretty straightforward. So we have these to add to the pile of powers and katas and such that already exist out there. So this is my breakdown of the cards available in the Harry Potter Munchkin game. I like this new base game. I am kind of excited to see how it blends. Because we've already played one base game with it. I kind of want to see how it plays with not just a two-player game of it. So I'm going to try to get that together soon. Maybe Mike and Stacy want to play. Maybe like Corey and another player want to play. You never know. A lot of face. But in the meanwhile, I'll put this up, and but once I get those mixed in, I really want to see how it blends, and like we do with every new base game that comes out, you'll see these cards more concentrated as we play Deck of Doom games, and then once we replace the representative sample with more cards from the stored cards, then you won't see them for a while, and then as new sets come out, we'll do the same thing, and then when we do Shuffling Day in like a year, then we'll do it all over again. And that's kind of the way that we've been doing it for the past 3 seasons. It seems to work so far. So in the meanwhile, tell me what you think of the Harry Potter stuff. Sorry about getting this out so late, and having like the 5 days in the middle. That's my bad. And I'll just tell me what you think, and be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, pay it forward, send us money, be excellent to each other, and we'll see you.